The Motion Picture Television Department at the college will be hosting its annual MPTV showcase. Find out how you can celebrate the art of filmmaking with these student filmmakers. Plus, we introduce you to Professor of Surgical Technology, Kathy Cabai, the 2016 overall outstanding faculty member at the College of DuPage. And Chapperal Men's track and field star Nate Wesolek is our Athlete of the Week. We introduce you to this nationally ranked pole vaulter. All that and much more on this edition of Courier TV News. Hi, and thanks for joining us. I'm Stefanie Cervantes. Here's what's making our headlines today in our Community Roundup. The Presidential Search Committee has presented the Board of Trustees with 3 finalists in the presidential search. The final decision will be between Barbara Cavalier, David Sam, and Anne Rondeau. Next week, the college community will have a chance to meet all 3 finalists at individual public forums. On Monday, April 18th, Barbara Cavalier. On April 19th, Anne Rondeau. And on April 20th, David Sam. All forums will take place at 6:30 in the SSC atrium. The 14-member committee, which is made up of faculty, community members, and 1 student member, reviewed over 385 applicants. The COD board is expected to interview the final candidates, and if the board's able to agree on one, the new president could be announced in May. 2 reporters from the Chicago Tribune were awarded the National Headliner Award for their investigation into improprieties here at the College of DuPage. Jody Cohen and Stacy St. Clair were honored last week as their series of stories took first place in the education category. The investigation revealed numerous reports of wrongdoing at the college, including non-competitive contracts to board members of the college's fundraising foundation, inflated enrollment numbers, and hundreds of thousands of taxpayer dollars being wasted at the money-losing Waterleaf restaurant. These revelations led to the launching of federal and state investigations, as well as the resignation of ex-president Robert Bruder. This award is the 3rd for St. Clair and Cohen, as they also boast National Headliner Awards from stories published in 2012 and 2010. And Tammy Duckworth outraised incumbent Mark Kirk in the first quarter of 2016, as the 2 candidates for the Illinois Senate seat step up their fundraising efforts heading into the November elections. Duckworth raised over $2 million between January 1st and March 31st, citing the veterans' decisive primary win and a significant growth in grassroots contributors over the past few months. The momentum did not stop at just campaign funds, as President Barack Obama and Vice President Joe Biden both voiced their endorsements for the Democratic nominee this week as well. The College of DuPage hosted a retiree reception this week to honor faculty and staff who retired or are planning to retire from the college over the next few months. Some of the retirees have served the college for 35 years or more and have seen the college change with time.
So I'm very proud of the physical plan we have now. I think that this space matches the quality of the education that the students get. So going forward, we should be well placed to continue our mission in a space that I think is more reasonable for what the students need in today's educational system.
We're a much more diverse campus than we were. We went from quarters to semesters.
With so many years of service, this new transition can be bittersweet.
I think the friendship of my colleagues, the support from the administration, and most important, the valuable experience that I had in academia.
I miss my coworkers and I miss the students.
I miss the opportunity to get to know students, to work with them individually, to hear their life stories, to see them progress, to see them reach their goals, to get them to where they want to be.
Over 20 faculty and staff members were honored at the reception, which is held yearly to honor faculty and staff retiring. Kathy Cabai, Professor of Surgical Technology at the college, has been named the Outstanding Faculty Member for 2016. The Outstanding Faculty Member of the Year is nominated by students in the college at large. Joining me now in the studio is Kathy Cabai, this year's recipient. Welcome, Professor, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Awesome. So tell us about your reaction to it.
I was shocked and excited and almost tearful all at the same time. I had found out actually through a text message from my sister, and I told her, no, I didn't win an award this year. And she said, oh, I think you did. And sure enough, she had sent me a text message of the announcement that I had won. I was extremely pleased.
Oh. And the students you teach nominated you for the Outstanding Award. What would you like to say to those students?
I would like to thank them. Without the students, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have won the award. I wouldn't be as successful as I have been. The students have actually made my job here very easy. We work in a collaborative effort. in order to provide them with the skills and knowledge necessary so that they can go out and become successful surgical technologists and healthcare providers.
Is there anything else you'd like to let us know about the programs?
Not about the programs. I would also like to thank the adjunct faculty and full-time faculty that work with me. The entire program is based with faculty that have a large amount of knowledge and skills in the perioperative arena. They are all excellent faculty, and together I think it's all of us that make the program exceptional.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, and congratulations again.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, no problem. And Professor Kathy Cabai will be recognized for her outstanding performance at events scheduled for later this year. The Motion Picture Television Department will be celebrating the art of filmmaking by setting the stage for student filmmakers to showcase their talent to the community.
This year's showcase is a number of films that have been produced during the last year, some of the best work of our students and some of the beginning work. It's a good opportunity for students to meet each other. They can see other filmmakers. It's an opportunity for beginning students to meet some of the advanced students. It's an opportunity for the advanced students to see, kind of reflect on some of the stuff they had done in the past when they were in the beginning phases of the program.
Students enrolled in MPTV courses will have select projects screened at the event. Over 20 short films in 6 categories will be screened and awarded at the showcase. The event is free and open to the public to attend. The annual Spring MPTV Showcase will take place on Wednesday, April 20th at 7 p.m. in the McAninch Art Center, room 175. Advanced student filmmakers' work will be screened at the Fall 2016 MPTV Showcase. For more information about the event, contact Tony Venezia at venezia@cod.edu. The College of DuPage Meteorology program will kick off its spring thunderstorm laboratory field trips with the annual launching of a weather balloon on Saturday, April 16th on the west side of the campus at the Homeland Security Education Center. Weather balloons are used to provide weather predictions. The balloons, which start out measuring about 6 feet wide before release, will expand to about 20 feet in diameter. They use an instrument called a radiosonde that is attached to the balloon to measure pressure, temperature, and relative humidity. As it ascends into the atmosphere, a typical balloon flight lasts around 2 hours, and it can drift as far as 125 miles away and rise up to over 100,000 feet in the atmosphere. For more information on this free event, contact the meteorology program at the website seen here. Nate Wesolek is our Athlete of the Week, a pole vaulter with Olympic-sized dreams. CNTV sports reporter Janelle Venegas introduces us to this athlete.
Athlete of the Week is back. This week, we are focusing on track and field. We talked to Nate, a track star here at college, that talks about his love for pole vaulting.
For high school, I wanted to do something over the spring just to stay active, and I picked track and field, and pole vaulting seemed like pretty high intensity fun. I'm more an adrenaline junkie, and I like going high, so I thought it would be a good sport for me.
The poles may be made of fiberglass, but it's Nate's nerves of steel that make him a great jumper.
Oh yeah, it's dangerous. You're jumping 16, 17 feet in the air, so you just gotta hope for the best and hope you land in the pit.
Nate has big plans for his future, and things don't get much bigger than the Olympics.
I gotta jump like 19, 20 feet. Right now I'm at 16 feet, so I got a long way to go, but it's only my freshman year. And hopefully 2020, go to the Olympics. That's the goal.
With his plans of going to the Olympics, this is what Nate's coach had to say about that.
I think he has a shot. I mean, the young man has really pushed himself. A couple more years of training, he'll be in the 18s, which will get him into at least the Olympic trials, which is the first step to an Olympic team. One of our former athletes is going to be competing in the Olympics this year. We've put out many former Olympians. It does happen.
With all his hard work and training, Nate will continue flying high.
This past weekend, fans ascended on the college campus to attend the 21st annual COD Gaming Convention. Our own Kyle Dearborn and Nicole Bauer donned their capes to see what all the hype was about.
I'm Kyle Dearborn.
I'm Nicole Bauer.
And today we're going undercover to find the true spirit of CODCon. This weekend, fans from all walks of life came to the college for games, cards, art, and a LARPing dungeon.
We represent a LARP game, which is a fantasy steampunk game called Fantasy Revolutions. We actually made a Wonderland battle scenario where you have to go in there, fight the Queen's Guards, fight the Queen, fight the Jabberwocky, and possibly the Mad Hatter. Kids from the age of 12 and up could come in there. We have people who are like up to like 60 to 70 years old. They come in here and also play and everything else. Like, it's fun for all ages, basically.
Video games more your style? There was a room that offered everything from current-gen systems to classics like the Nintendo 64.
Rematch! We've had representatives from both Sony and Nintendo, two of the three major console companies, visit us, and they both said that they really enjoyed it and want to come back next year. There's so many parts to love. I mean, between the board game library, the vendor room, the artist alley, the video game room, I find all of those so much fun.
I sell handmade jewelry. I have resin pieces, clay charms, bottle caps. My associate has bike chain stuff.
I am selling handmade greeting cards based on sci-fi and fantasy. I've also got a couple of art pieces, bookmarks, and vinyl decals.
The spirit of CodCon lives strong in the many fans and participants who spent the weekend with the College of DuPage, and we can only wait for them to descend upon the campus again next year.
Courier TV. News. Courier TV News. Watch us. Subscribe. Like.
For CNTV, I'm Nicole Bauer.
And I'm Kyle Dearborn.
Thanks for watching this week's edition of Courier TV News. I'm Stefanie Cervantes. Have a great weekend.